Thank you so much, James. It's been a wonderful day. The time has just flown away. I can't believe we're already at the end of the conference. I was given the task to come up with 5 key takeaways in less than 5 minutes, so that we don't take any time away from the networking. I'm sure many people will want to stay a bit longer to connect to one another. So I went old school, and as I was listening to the various panels and the conversations in the roundtables and the fireside chat, I wrote down a couple of words that really resonated with me, and I hope will be useful as tangible takeaways and reminders for everyone. So the first one is leadership, accountability at the very top. And for me, this has been a theme of today. We need leaders to be accountable, to hold up their hands and say, I am going to do something about this. So this is about active leadership and accountability at the very top, not just receiving a diversity and inclusion report once a quarter, but really thinking, what can I do as a leader to lead by example, to set the tone for the organization and affect change through my leadership and through the choices that as a leader I can make. The second one that really resonated to me was about making this conversation core to our business. So making diversity and inclusion core business of your organization. And for me, that means being as robust as you would be with your financial performance, with other aspects of your corporate sort of performance, being as robust as you would with the diversity and inclusion, as robust with diversity and inclusion as you would with those other areas I meant. And if that means setting targets, if that means linking executive pay to achieving those targets, then so be it. At the very least, I think that robustness should come up with in terms of data. And we've heard it again a lot today. If you don't do it already, start building a robust data set around your diversity and inclusion and think about what that means. Diversity. So, you can look at the percentages, the representation in your workforce, but you also have to start finding ways to monitor inclusion. And that is a bit more complicated. That's about experiences and the culture, but we need to find ways to measure and track progress on inclusion as well as diversity. The third one is around intersectionality, the theme of today. So I couldn't leave it out. And for me, I hope that we take away that we should bring this concept to life in a more practical way by breaking it down and sort of helping everyone understand that intersectionality is about appreciating all aspects of our identity. Moveo said it beautifully during the panel about intersectionality being all of us. We're all intersectional. We're all more than one thing, and we want to be recognized as such. And for me, to do that, a useful takeaway could be to stop using the word regardless of someone ethnicity, someone, gender, someone age, and having more regard for the differences, the different experiences, and the different challenges that different people face, so that we can shift from equality, so this idea that we would treat everyone equally, into equity, to understand how we can level the playing field and treat people differently if needed in order to create equal opportunities and equity. Very briefly, the last two from me. One that really strongly resonated with me was psychological safety. Without it, we can't achieve any of this. Without it, equity will never be real in companies because people will be afraid of speaking their truth or being their authentic self. So let's create that psychological safety, that environment where people can ask questions, can be honest, can challenge one another and learn from one another. And finally, as I'm already out of time, just a final reminder to us all to keep talking and keep asking each other, what can I do? What can I do to shift the dial, to make even just a small difference, even if it's just by asking a question, challenging our assumptions, sense checking our decisions with someone else. So let's keep talking, let's keep the conversation going. And on this note, I am going to end here, and I'm going to welcome Adam Farkas, the CEO of AFME, on the screen just for some final remarks.